Okay, we're back from a long hiatus. It's the Kojima Productions Report, MPO US Launch Special. I'm your host, Ryan Payton, and I'm here with two special guests here. We have Aki Saito. Hi, Aki.
Hi, Ryan. Sorry.
You okay? You okay?
No, I thought you were going to mention us both first, because you have to mention my boss first, you know?
Oh, that's right. Okay, that was my apologies. Your boss, first off, is Ayako Tateyama. We're both natives of Portland, Oregon, or that area. We've got that connection, of course. And then, much lower down the food chain is Aki Saito.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
From the European division within Konami in Tokyo.
Yes. And Ryan, you have to say, why the people from European division on this U.S. launch special?
Well, hey, we're all friends here. And we've got a lot to talk about because we've got MPOs, of course, coming out in the U.S. first. But in a few weeks, it's coming out in Japan. And then early next year, or around springtime, MPO is hitting Europe. So we thought we'd touch into that subject a little bit later on in the show, if that's cool with you. But actually, why am I asking you? I should be asking Ayako.
Yeah. I mean, we have to make her talk.
That's right. No.
I mean, I have loads of fans of her in Europe.
Right.
And actually, she travels to Europe quite often.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very popular amongst our European employees.
I've noticed that when they come in for business trips. All of a sudden, her schedule book is all completely booked. Too booked to hang out with me, actually.
Well, she says that's a fake schedule just for you. So.
Oh.
She opened schedule according to people. So
right.
You have to be careful.
Well, I'm glad that she opened the schedule, and you did too, for last Friday night.
Friday night?
Oh. That was fun. Friday night, Saturday morning. I don't know. It all kind of blended into one.
We can't say this on air.
What? It was good, clean fun.
Clean fun.
It's a very common tradition. Well, basically what happened was we all got together, and we're all part of like this kind of international group within the company, within this Kojima Productions related group. Mm-hmm. And we went for karaoke.
Yeah, what was the main purpose? It was kind of the end of the year. Let's have a drink.
Right.
2006 party.
Right. Exactly.
Something like that. Yeah.
And so you're a singing maniac, Aki. Because I mean that night before you had another karaoke party, if I'm not mistaken.
I was singing until 4, and then it turned into Friday.
Right.
And then I came back. I was on a business trip.
Right.
And I came back around 9 o'clock. And this drinking session that we have with Kojima Production International guys started at 9?
8.
8, okay, yeah, so I was late. And then we went to karaoke again until like what?
3?
3 or 4.
That's normal.
4?
And then I got my ass up like an hour after that to go to the Wii launch.
Yes,
I heard you didn't go.
Well, I was on my way, and then Ken, who's the co-host of the show, Ken calls me. He's already there. Because he went straight from the karaoke to the launch in Hiddecho. And just to check out the Nintendo Wii launch in Japan. And he called me and says, it's pretty dead here. I mean, there's a lot of people. They're just all sleeping. There's not really anything to see. Mm-hmm. He's like, why don't you just go home and sleep? I was like, hey, I got no problem with that. Because I've been actually trying to get a little bit of rest. And this kind of leads into the main topic, and that is Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, our new game coming up on PSP. But just wrapped up development. It was very last minute. All these deadlines, we made it just barely. The game's coming out before Christmas in the United States.
Yeah.
And so,
good for U.S.
Good for U.S., right? And good for Japan, too. We got it out by the end of the year as well.
Right.
But as you know, well, we can talk this a little bit later, but we always try to do something special for a European version.
Yes.
But first off, let's talk about what all versions are going to have.
Right. Well, first of all, since we're from the Europe group, how's it perceived in the U.S., like the press and everything?
Well, actually, that topic came up a few days ago. I was talking with some friends, and they said they noticed that compared to a lot of Metal Gear Solid titles, this game doesn't seem to be getting all the coverage that we expect from. They're a little bit worried about it because they're not sure when the game's coming out, and I think a good explanation for that is, well, unlike maybe Acid or Subsistence, we have to compete with hardware launches, like worldwide hardware launches for the Nintendo Wii and the PS3 in the States and Japan. Right. And that was getting a lot of coverage. But when you go to the magazines or you go to the websites, like in the United States, and you show them the game, people were really impressed. Like, the reaction was really, really, really good. And it's kind of hard to show the game without spoiling too much because we want them to play it for themselves, and that's what Metal Gear is all about. It's like all these characters that keep returning from other.
Yeah. How about the ratings and all that kind of? Well, very good.
Yeah, actually today, IGN.com their exclusive review went up, and very pleased. It got a 9.0
out of 100.
Out of. Actually, if that was out of 100, I think we would be all gone. I don't think we'd be here.
We would cancel the show, actually. All right, out of 10.
Out of 10.
It was 9.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, it's
and we got the
great.
IGN Editor's Choice Award.
Right.
And to my knowledge, I think there's only 3 other titles on PSP that have gotten a 9 or above. Actually, I think the highest rating they've ever given a PSP title is a 9.0. And that was for GTA.
Yeah.
And, so the reception so far has been excellent, so very happy with it.
I haven't played actually the finished version, and Ayako has it. She was like playing yesterday, and I said, can I play? And
she's a gamer.
I mean, she didn't even say no.
What, she just ignored you?
Yeah, she was just playing constantly with the sound out loud, so it ignores me.
Because you can hear the action.
Yes.
Speaking of the sound, I sound like a salesman here, but the sound in MPO is excellent. No.
Yeah, I could tell. I mean, she was playing,
No, but if you look at the IGN review, for example, one thing they point out in particular is that the soundtrack is great. And that kind of leads into something else I want to talk about. But yeah, the soundtrack, it's a totally original soundtrack. Right. We're not taking any songs from Snake Eater and putting them back in. Like most titles on PSP, that's what they do.
Yeah,
they'll take something out of the PS2 version.
Yeah.
And they'll make some kind of port or something like that. But for MPO, this is full on production. And we're actually in the sound area of Kojima Productions right now. And like this huge team put together nearly 40 tracks for the game. We got full voiceovers,
Yeah.
So the soundtrack's coming out in Japan. Unfortunately, we don't have anything slated for the United States or Europe as far as the soundtrack's concerned. But it's coming out later this year in Japan, and I mean it's worth picking up. It's worth importing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not.
I was checking the website again today.
Yeah,
the official website.
Yeah,
they had cool soundtracks as well, and in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
And I kind of tried to raise my volume up on my PC so that people around me could...
You're competing with Ayako, who's playing MPO with the volume all the way up.
Yeah, well, she's upset. Couple of days today and yesterday, actually, for some personal reasons.
Yes, this is true.
Yes, because, she's going on a business trip that I promised that I go with her, and I decided I won't. So now she's like really upset about it. So that's why yesterday... she didn't lend me this, portable ops, and she was just playing it and ignoring me because she hated me yesterday. Because yesterday was the day I made the decision that I won't go with her.
Right.
But
are you going to bring it on the plane, Ayako?
Sure.
Over to Frankfurt?
With the sound loud.
People are going to get really upset. The PSP, this is a completely different tangent, but the PSP just came, in Japan, they came out with a camera for the PSP.
Yeah.
And I bought that for my most recent business trip. I thought, I'm going to go to the States and take some pictures using this PSP camera.
Right.
And I was testing it out on the airplane. And I was just taking a photo just from my seat. Yeah. And it just so happened that a stewardess was also in the photo.
Right.
But I thought it was going to be cool, except they have this bright red light when you take a photo, so people around you know that you're taking a photo, and it also makes a sound that you can't turn off.
Right.
So it totally blew my cover. That was the first picture I ever took with that thing, and I looked like this pervert.
Do you know why? This is the reason. There's loads of perverts in Japan.
Like on the train, right? Is that where they do it?
Yeah, or on like the escalators.
Now, mine was totally coincidental. I didn't know she was going to be there in front of me.
Yeah, sure.
But for those those creeps on the train, I can see why they have that feature.
It's same with mobile phones as well, cell phones.
Yeah, I hate that. There's got to be some kind of way to take that sound out.
No, actually, it had an option in the past. But with all these perverts in Japan taking, secret pictures and everything, it became a kind of a news.
Right.
And all the manufacturers said, we can't make silent. We got to have some noises that people will recognize that their picture being taken.
Is that a law?
No, it's not a law, is it? It's like more of a manner or a rule.
Moral.
Yeah, moral thing.
Moral code.
So I think it's the same for PSP.
Oh, okay. Well, plus, Sony's making cell phones. They're making this camera gadget.
How's it? Okay, then tell me the rumors in Japan about MPO. Is it perceived very good? The Japanese version?
I mean, I think so. I'm just from what I've been able to tell. But then again, it's different. The way they promote products in Japan, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's very different. Like in the States, we build up the hype and we build up the marketing up until the very end, and that's over like a 6-month period.
Yeah.
But in Japan, it seems like they do it all like one like big push.
Right.
Like because there's so many games that come out.
Yeah.
It seems like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks before release, you don't hear anything, and all of a sudden, it's like you see it every 30 minutes on TV, like a commercial.
Right.
And you see all these ads all over the train, and then the game comes out and then it's over.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're Animal Crossing, where you're selling.
Well, since we're living in one small island country, and a lot of people are very, how do you say, get kind of the same amount of information level throughout the country. It's kind of easier, although we have loads of population. I mean, people watch TV channels, quite, the same channels. We have 5 major TV channels, and everyone watches those, one or the other. So everyone is really watching the same thing, getting kind of same level of information. So it's very effective to really throw them right before the release. So everyone wants to, start to think, oh, I don't want to miss this out.
Right. I mean, I kind of like that style, just from a developer's point of view. Yeah. Because, I mean, it does hurt development when you're 6 months before launch and you got to prepare all these screenshots. You got to start thinking about the commercials and stuff. The game's not even done yet, especially with MPO when the schedule was so tight. But there was a lot of pressure, right up from E3 all the way till launch, basically tomorrow in the States. Yeah. To keep, there's a lot, the fans were hungry. They wanted to know more about it. You were getting a lot of pressure from the U.S. We needed to have ads and all this stuff. And alternatively, I think it would be kind of refreshing to do it Japanese style once and see how it goes. But
then our staffs in U.S. and Europe will start saying, "Oh, we don't have screenshots, or we don't have PR materials." And
I understand.
Kind of but if it's on a one go, if it's all planned, everyone knows. I mean, that could work out. But in Japan, this fad thing, really goes on really quick. So it sells a lot, but it fades out quite quickly.
That's true.
I think another reason is because it's how do I put it? Another reason is that there's so many products out in the market, and also a lot of people are more, the games are more mass, I guess. So you have to catch attention at the same level, and not just to the core gamers. So it's very good to hit 2 weeks before or something like that.
You okay, Akko?
You gotta go?
Oh, you gotta go.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
It was nice having you.
Safe trip.
All right.
Have fun in Frankfurt.
Ryan, I saw the official homepage of Portable Ops.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most beautiful websites I've ever seen because, well, what does it use? Someone was bragging about this new thing about this, not this technology, but how...
Like the Flash?
Yeah, everything is and although it seems like there's a lot of things going on, you don't have to wait, forever and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we threw everything but the kitchen sink into that homepage, and it was this balancing act of, throwing a lot of content, like all these, like a soundtrack that plays in the background. All these animations, plus it's a video-based website, so you don't have to sit there and read a lot of text.
Yeah.
And we have narration and all that stuff. But also to present it so it doesn't take 5 minutes for it to load. Was definitely a challenge. But our web designer, Yasuo Watanabe, who's a friend of ours, she did an excellent job. She's been working on this for months, and finally went up, and we all went out and had dinner, and with the sound team as well, because they worked really hard on that site. So we have 4 different videos. If you haven't checked out the site, you really do need to check it out, because we've got 4 different videos that explain 4 different elements of the game. One is it's MGS on PSP. It's not a side story or a spin-off. Right. It's a true chapter.
I saw a couple of, actually, but I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that's the one, I think it's the second one on the list. It's MGS on PSP. Second one this is like a litmus test. We got the Conrad system. It's this whole idea about recruiting Conrads.
Yes, I saw that one.
Using GPS or using the access point scan, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then the missing link, which is talking about the story. It's a missing link in the chapter of Big Boss, who's kind of like this anti-hero.
Yeah, I saw that one. That had, quite emotional soundtrack behind it,
Yeah, that is a very cool. I think that's the best video we have there. It's like we have the voiceovers, like David Hayter's in there.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, really well done. And then the 4th one is the online. and we used to kind of explain all the different online modes.
Right.
of
Yeah, I
MPO.
saw that one as well.
Cool. So you saw most of it then.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not boring. I mean, the website itself. I mean, it's you want to explore, you want to click buttons and that kind of thing. It's quite cute. I mean, it's quite cool and cute, and you play around with the buttons on the PSP and that kind of thing. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, the whole idea was the initial concept was MTV. It was going to be MPO TV.
Yeah.
And no text at all, just video. But we threw in a little bit of text in there just to help explain things. But yeah, so yeah, if you haven't checked it out, be sure to check out the official homepage for MPO.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to keep people waiting to check the website from every now and then, because you're going to. I saw a lot of things that are still not open yet.
Right, we got the gallery page.
Yeah.
We're going to be uploading pretty soon, and we also have these different hints that pop up at certain times of the day.
Yeah,
and that's a way for us to tell users how they're supposed to recruit like the special characters in the game that are really tough.
Yeah,
and we don't really explain it so much in the game, and so. The website's going to be one of the only ways that you're going to be able to figure out just how to recruit specifically the boss characters.
Yeah.
We're allowing players to actually recruit the boss characters they play in the game and play as them.
Right.
Which is a big step for MGS. Yeah, so actually, you were talking about earlier that you wanted to play MPO, but Ayako was kind of hoarding the game from you.
Yes.
But we did have a chance to play a little bit when we went to LA.
Yes.
We went to LA with Imaizumi-san, Mr. Ken Imaizumi, Mr. Kojima. And Mr. Shinkawa, and for MGS4 business. But on a side note, what we did was we brought MPO along, and we were scanning for Conrads using the access point scan. What you do is you flip on the Wi-Fi switch of the PSP, and then you go into the game and you click recruit, and then the PSP is going to search for different hotspots, like internet access points. And so if you find one, if you just hit the O button, you boost the signal, and if you get to a certain point, you're able to recruit a unique Conrad based on that IP address of that hotspot. So Aki and I, we were just driving around LA, like looking for spots that have good Conrads to recruit and good soldiers to pick up.
Well, you told me at that time, the moment you arrived in LA and you drove down to downtown, you recruited how many? You recruited tons of
30 guys or something.
Yeah.
But
you said we needed to tweak this a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We brought it back to the studio after that, and I said, guys, this is too damn strong. We gotta tone it down a little bit, because it's ridiculous. You go from LAX to the studio that we're going to, and somewhere in Los
downtown,
Angeles.
Yeah.
But it was like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, and we picked up like 30 guys. So the signals, it was picking up a few too many signals. But So we took it back to the studio and we tweaked it a little bit, and but I think it feels just right now. Last night I went out and tested it again, and just walking around Roppongi, and it wasn't too easy to pick them up. And that's the whole point, is that you have to actually kind of put a little bit of effort into picking up some Conrads.
Oh, carrying around PSP and checking from time to time and that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, especially when you know that there's going to be a hotspot in that area. You go to a Starbucks, or you go
McDonald's or something like that. Yeah,
you're outside of a business or something like that, right? So that's another, like, there's, every time I bring this up every time we talk about MPO, but there's always so much to talk about. Like, there's the story, the online, the recruiting Conrads, GP. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. That the MPO special would take, I don't know, like an hour to download. But but we don't want that. But yeah, I mean, one other thing that
well, I guess the people have to play to really find this out. I mean, like
that's the point. That's the point.
It's the funness that every player has to kind of like find on its own, I guess. Some people might find the story mode, very fun, or someone might just really want to collect, or comrades, or your mates. Play with your mates.
Right. Exactly.
That could be fun for some people. I really want to play the finished version, actually.
What about you, Aki? Are you more of a single-player guy or a multiplayer guy?
I'm a single-player guy because I'm a shy guy.
Whatever. You're the least shy guy I know in this company.
No. Mr. Kojima and I always talk that, we're very cute when we talk, on a private basis, and we go out for lunch, and Mr. Kojima goes, Aki, I'll tell you a secret. I'm a shy guy. I said, yeah, I know, Mr. Kojima, because I'm a shy guy as well. And then we go on, we're shy. And,
that's ridiculous.
It's really, really, we try to show off on shows because we know we're shy. But actually, going back to the game, I like to play the story mode first because, game is something really, to me, is kind of like a personal thing. And if I had if I, didn't have a family or anything, if I had tons of time and didn't have to go to work and that kind of thing, I would really want to, play with my friends and everything. But now there's limited amount of time. I think it's the same with everybody.
Right.
But, you want to concentrate on a game. And then, the first step to find a mate and that kind of thing, I just don't do that at first. First, I want to really concentrate on story mode and have fun. And then go on to, friends and that kind of thing. Because by the time you finish the story mode, you get, who plays this same game and that kind of thing.
True. And then, you've built your skills. You understand the game system.
Oh, that's it. I'm a real bad loser. That's why I really want to play the story mode. Get used to it.
Yeah, get good.
Yes.
And then go to the online arena.
Yes.
But the cool thing about MPO and what I dig so much, and that there's not enough of this in games these days, is that the single player mode directly influences what happens in the online mode.
Yeah.
So all these you have to create a team of 4 characters in the single player mode. You take them in and you're fighting bosses and you're taking on these different missions and you use that same unit and you bring that unit to the online arena and then you play against real people online over the internet using that same team. So it doesn't feel like isolated from the single player mode, and I really like that because then you spend all this time building this team, and you kind of identify with them for a way because you've been playing with them for 10 or 15 hours, and then especially if you play what we call real combat mode in MPO on the online mode.
Yeah, that one.
If
you want to
the character dies,
you want to chicken out.
Yeah, I mean you could chicken out if you want, but I mean if you go all the way and one of your characters dies, he's gone, and you can't bring him back to the single player mode. And it's not like you can't just simply hit the reset button or anything like that. All right, so let me explain this white flag mode real quick. So in your team, you've got 4 different guys.
Yeah.
And you don't play as them as once. You go into there, you start with the first guy. And if his hit points are down to, for example, 10 hit points, he's about to die, you can pull him out of the game. And we use this full-ton recovery system where this parachute just literally just pulls him out of the game. And the second guy in your team comes forward.
Right.
And you play as him. And then if he gets down low, you can pull him out of the game as well using the full-ton.
Yeah.
And you can do that over and over again until you get to the last guy, the 4th guy.
Yeah.
And if he gets down to 10, you can pull him out. All of a sudden, the first guy's back again.
Right.
And he's still down to 10 hit points.
Right.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep fighting and try to win with these 4 guys that have been totally beaten down, or are you going to wave the white flag? If you wave the white flag, then you're going to lose some points. Your ranking's going to go down, but you're going to keep those guys.
Right.
Which is it's such a high tension way of playing online because I mean, they die and they really die. So
so you won't see a bunch of people just running against you, shooting guns, machine guns, and
that's what I get tired of.
Yeah,
don't you? I mean, that's what it seems like a lot of online games are. It's just shoot them up, you come back five seconds later.
Well, yeah, and these real good guys really know the restart points, so they wait sometimes at the restart points and kill you when you just come back alive.
Right. You love that, don't you?
No, I don't do that. I go for the bush thing. I hide in the bush.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yeah, I wait until I really get that leader, especially on the head. Right.
Well, if you do a headshot though, it's all over. There's no pulling that guy out.
No, that's true.
So it is a very high tension way of playing. Like the boss characters and special characters that you recruit in the single player mode.
Yeah.
If they get killed, they'll come back because they're special characters. But yeah, like these, the weaklings or just like the normal soldiers, they're gone for good.
Right.
So say goodbye, basically.
But if you play with them, you probably get some kind of you get attached to these players, right? So you don't want to lose these, even weaklings. I mean, so how about the U.S. people? Can they play against the Japanese people this time?
It's domestic servers. Right. So Japanese play against Japanese and U.S. play against U.S. But I mean, that's I guess a better way of saying that is that people who own the U.S. copy are going to play other people who own the U.S. copy.
Yes.
So I'll be playing people, even though I'm in Japan, I'll be playing people in the U.S. because I have a U.S. copy.
Good hint.
That's the best way to put it, I think.
Yes.
So, yeah, well, we've been kind of teasing it off and on, but are you ready to talk about it? Mr. Head of the European Division?
Yeah, the European version you're talking about.
Yeah, I know a lot of fans are wondering what's going on with the release date.
Yeah.
Is the game going to be exactly the same as the US and the Japanese versions?
Right. Are there a lot of European listeners?
There are.
Okay.
I think I'm not sure of this, but I think the majority of the listeners are are listening from Europe?
Oh, then you're kind of embarrassing me. And since I said I'm a shy guy, a lot of people are probably cracking up right now.
Yeah, because like most of Europe knows you.
Yes. No, not most of Europe, but and my American accent is on right now, and a lot of people know me for my British accent. Going back, okay, there's a lot of listeners in Europe, and my mom and my dad. Yeah. I can't really say much, but I could hint that if you go to our European website, economic website, next week sometime, or I don't know, 2 weeks, but just go there every day, and next week or the following week or something.
We're aiming for late next week, aren't we?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, something like that.
Sure.
But if you go to our website, there's going to be official news
Right.
about a load of things. And today I'm limited. That's why Ayako was here, because Ayako is actually not my boss. She just looks after, Metal Gear series for Europe. And then she gave me a note of what I could say today, and I could only give out hints. But there's going to be a lot of extra stuff in the European version, right?
Right, exactly.
Yes.
And we're working on it right now.
Yeah, giving Ryan a hard time because about the street date and about all the, late things in Europe and that kind of thing. We need to give the European version special touch. Mm-hmm. Maps, maybe? Yeah, maps. Characters?
Multiplayer maps, right?
Well, I can't say anything, but, just, missions, a lot of, special things. We're going to add loads of things so that the people in Europe who buys it, you don't have to jump and you don't have to you jump on a plane, go to the U.S. and buy the U.S. version because you could wait for the European version, and I assure you that it's worth the wait.
I want to say one more thing about the European version. I haven't got any confirmation. I haven't gotten anybody's okay about this.
Yeah.
But let's just go for it.
Okay.
Because it's not in the press release. Uh-huh. So let's just use this as a mouthpiece. But the package for the European version is going to be kick-ass.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite.
It's going to be beautiful, right?
Yeah.
The image, no, I can't say the image, but, the image is really cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what the best thing about this is let me load up my cell phone real quick.
Yeah.
The webmaster and I, who I mentioned previously, Watanabe-san.
Yeah.
Only her and I, we've got the European package, that visual as the wallpaper on our cell phones.
That's cool.
And I've been showing around to our boss.
Right.
And he's been freaking out every time. He's like, don't put that in your cell phone. What if this gets out? Because we had to. So we got it right here.
Oh.
Check that out, buddy.
Yeah. Boss, the big boss.
Yeah.
You're talking about?
This is the big boss image.
No. The guy.
Oh no, not the big boss. But
okay.
A boss.
Okay, your boss.
And he freaks out every time I show him this. It's like, you're not supposed to have that. That's not official yet.
Well, a hint is no one will really kind of notice at first glance, will they?
Yeah, it is a little bit
different. It's very different.
Yeah, it is. It's not your normal cover.
Yeah. So if you have this on your listeners, to all your listeners after you get the European version, it's not going to be something that is geeky looking.
No.
That your girlfriend's going to freak out saying, "What's that wallpaper?"
Right. The best way I can explain it, and that is who the boss I was referring to earlier, Mr. Senju.
Yeah.
He had the best explanation for why this image is so cool. Is that he says, I wouldn't mind having this as a poster in my house, with my family. It seems like it's not like a game poster.
Yeah. It could be kind of a movie poster, or it could be kind of a live, for a band or something.
Exactly.
It's really that kind of cool thing. So, yeah, I agree.
So, there we go. I think we've talked almost a little too much about the European version, maybe. But
yeah. Well, when we have that press release out and we could say a lot more things, I'll come back and explain.
Let's do it.
Yeah. If the response is good for this podcast.
Right. Well, that leads me to something that I want to kind of close with, or one of the last things I need to touch on.
Yeah.
And that is what's going on with this podcast. We've been getting a lot of emails, and we read every one, Ken and I, and that what the hell happened with the podcast? It just kind of went away.
Right.
We went on this long hiatus, and that was...
Well, that's because you're busy.
We're trying to finish up MPO, right?
Right.
And we also had Lunar Nights, which is also coming early next year. We can talk about that another time, but...
and you're always going out karaoke and drinking in Roppongi.
Well, of course, you got to set that time aside too, right?
Yeah. So how can you make time for doing loads of podcasts, right?
No, really, the MPO became the focus. It was I had to choose one or the other.
Yeah.
Because I was hosting the show, thinking up the content, and then I was editing it.
Yeah.
And then putting up the server and writing all that content. So yeah, it's time consuming. So should I be spending that time doing the podcasts, which are fun, or focus on making the MPOs the best quality title that we could do. So,
or this is a whole cover-up that you were on a vacation for about a month or something, right?
Well, there's also that too.
Yeah. Well, but this no one would probably believe what you said right now, that you're editing, you're doing this show, and you're uploading and doing all the things to make this show happen. A lot of people probably just imagine there's like at least 50 people behind the show. The sound division. There's like millions of people in Kojima Productions, and there's like big studio and everything.
I wish.
But the reality is not true. And, Ryan has been working on podcasts or, games, and, he's really, really busy and he does everything. So, yeah, I guess it was kind of a trade-off. And
one other thing I got to bring up before I close up this topic, and that is we did promise to do 3 shows at TGS.
Right.
The English version of the podcast.
Yeah.
And it turns out we weren't able to do it.
Right.
And I want to give the listeners a little bit of an explanation. And that is because we had this great idea that we had this radio booth at TGS on the show floor at Makuhari Mese. And, Mr. Kojima, he had all day long, he had show after show after show, back to back to back, stage shows and radio shows in that booth. That.
Yeah.
And so we also did an English version once per day.
Yeah.
And we had this great idea. We're going to bring in these guests, and then we're going to upload that recording to the internet.
Yeah.
It's going to be wonderful. Well, the reason why we decided to do an English show at TGS was because we knew that there's going to be a lot of foreign press, more foreign press than any other year.
Right.
So we thought there's going to be a lot of foreigners around the booth at that time.
Yeah.
Because we told people what time we were recording.
Yeah.
Turns out it's all Japanese females, like 95% Japanese females who don't understand a lick of English. So we decided to go into Japanese quite a bit. Yeah. And it turned out that it was totally unlistenable for anybody outside of TGS because we kept going back and forth between English and Japanese. I'm explaining what I'm trying to say in English.
Yeah.
And then Ken will come in and say, this is what he really means.
Wait. There was this one time I attended this booth in the English version, didn't I?
Did you come in?
Yeah, with a guest.
Alex.
Yeah, with Alex.
That's right, you did come in.
But I was like really, low that day. It was like I was really tired. Mm-hmm. Was it the second day of the show?
I think that was the first day.
Okay, so yeah, I was really...
You were low, yeah.
Because, before Tokyo Game Show in the industry, everyone is busy preparing.
True.
And the amount of time you have to spend to this Makuhari place, which is not in Tokyo.
No, it's not.
It's in nowhere, but, you take about 30 hours to get there. And then I was really exhausted. And I was really happy to see the booth because it was crowded. Mm-hmm. That crowd is really, really happy to me. But when you have to walk through, the crowd and since, I'm popular among the females, a lot of people stop me every now and then saying, I know you and can I have your autograph? And
right.
Yeah, sure.
But that's anywhere you go.
No, actually it never happens. Honestly.
But TGS, it's funny you mentioned that on the first day. That was the day where the attendance was the lowest because that was supposedly business only.
Right.
Even though it's shoulder to shoulder of attendees.
It was really crowded, wasn't it? It was a record-breaking 190,000 people.
Right, exactly.
It was like, yeah.
Unbelievable.
But it was really, really fun. It was especially that booth, that HIDECHAN radio booth was right in front of the SCE's booth. Mm-hmm. So that space caused a massacre. Oh, yeah. But it was fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Speaking of Japanese version in Japan, there's been this big phenomenon in Japan recently about the new hardware that we just talked about, last Saturday. Mm-hmm. The Wii,
yeah,
the Nintendo
exactly.
Wii. Did you get it?
I got a U.S. version. Did you get a Japanese version?
No, actually, I walked into a store Sunday afternoon, which is long after the launch.
Yeah, that's a little late.
24 hours after the launch. And then, of course, it was sold out.
Right.
But, this store, this is a department store, and this is a toy section.
Okay. Where
usually you could get anything at a, not a cheap price. Mm-hmm. I thought, at least they could take, down pre-orders or something.
True.
But they said, no, it was all sold out yesterday. We don't take pre-orders now. Come back maybe next week, something like that. Realized that it was really, really hot. And then, first I had to get some money to buy this Wii, and I got my permission from my wife.
That's the most important thing.
Yes, quite recently. I live in a allowance base.
Like most Japanese males in Japan.
Really?
Right? The wife controls the money flow. Is
Really?
that not the case in your house?
Well, that was very kind of a traditional way. That's the way how my house works. But I thought it was a very traditional way.
See, I mean that's the way what I studied in university in the States, that they had this system. But, sometimes even though it's in a textbook, it's construed as something that's common, even though it was like, old, like an old tradition. But just talking with people in the studio, it seems like that's the case for a lot of people. Even people who aren't married, their girlfriends are kind of controlling their finances and things.
Well, it has some good points and bad points. The good points is that if you let all the money to the boys will not stop buying games and, go bankrupt.
This is true.
After 3 days of your payday. But anyways, I got this permission from my wife. Actually, not my wife, but my mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This chain of command.
Yes. No. Actually, I mailed her saying, you know what I want for Christmas, Mom? I want a Wii.
Uh-huh.
And she's really kind of keen. She does stocks and everything, so she's keen in the games industry.
So she knows about it.
Yes. So she said, "Oh, okay. How much is PS3?" And I said, "Well, this is about 60,000 yen, which is about what $600 or something like that."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, okay. That's a little expensive for a Christmas present. What else do you want?" I said, "Wii." "How much is that?" "Well, like $250. She said, "Okay, I'll give you some money."
Perfect.
Yes. And I got some money. And convince my wife.
but no hardware.
Yeah, I'm going to try this week. Good. And then the following week, I'm going to try... Are you satisfied with the US version?
I don't know. I lack the D cable, or like the component cables.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to hook up to my TV because I don't like having the resolution that low.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for the D cables to come in on Saturday. But in the meantime, I've been very satisfied because everybody in the studio is playing Gears of War online. And you met the designer of that game in LA. Remember, Mr. Kojima had that panel?
Yeah.
With the guys from Red Steel.
Yeah.
And also Cliffy B.
Yeah.
From Epic.
Yes.
And, Mr. Kojima and the team, they're all big fans of the game. And so we've been playing it every night. Mm-hmm. I was up till 2 a.m. last night with the guys on the team. We're playing and kicking ass. And
it's good?
It's awesome.
I mean, I can't play those games.
But you have to get permission to get a 360 then.
I have a 360 actually.
You do?
Yes.
Then you got to get it. There's no excuse. Well, either you get that or you get Viva Pinata, but that's another subject.
All right. Well, the secret is I get 3D sickness. I'm a real kind of a geeky gamer. I mean, at home, really, I kind of play a lot, but, I can't play more than 3 hours on these FPSs. This Japanese guys are really bad on playing.
They are.
FPS. I know it's fun, but sometimes really scary, isn't it?
There's something interesting about the Japanese and FPSs, and they get 3D motion sickness. The majority.
Yes.
Shinta Nojiri.
Yeah.
He's got Red Steel for Wii.
Yeah.
He gets sick after about 15 minutes of play.
Yeah, I know. I think that's because I don't. Maybe we are used to focusing so much on just one spot. We grow up on Space Invaders and Super Mario, so we're not used to just watching things flow. We're used to watching that character jump and move and throw fireballs and that kind of thing. So what happens is that this 3D thing is that everything is moving. It's like motion. It's full of motion. So like you're really into it and you get really sick.
Well, didn't U.S. gamers grow up the same way? They started off playing Mario and Tetris and like Zelda and things, and then they moved into Doom, like the first
that's right.
big FPS on
Wolfenstein.
PC. Yeah, and Wolfenstein too.
Yeah.
But it seems like the United States gamers and also gamers in Europe as well, especially like German gamers. From my experience, at least, they don't experience a lot of motion sickness.
Okay, well let me have another kind of.
Give me another angle.
Yeah, all right. We don't have cars. Back in the days when we were young, we don't have cars so much. Mm-hmm. No, that's not a good one. But
you might be onto something. I want to hear this.
I mean, we don't drive long distance in cars. I mean, Tokyo is quite, small. You could go, everywhere in 5 steps,
True.
So in the U.S. or in Europe, a lot of people are used to just traveling, family travel, by cars. Mm-hmm. But in Japan, the people who live in Tokyo especially, so crammed and packed, and we have loads of, buses, which are totally safe, trains. You could get anywhere within Tokyo.
Without having to pay attention to the road ahead and this...
Yes, exactly. And this motion thing as well. You don't have to sit in the back of the seat of the car for about 2 or 3 hours.
That's an interesting theory. Like, this is something that I've been really curious about. I ask a lot of people, why do you think... And I've heard so many different theories. That's the first time I've heard that theory, and I like it.
Because I'm a genius.
Aki, I realized it just now. I didn't think so up until today. But
I have another theory, actually. It's about the eyes
okay.
of the Japanese people. They're darker than most Caucasian people or, Western, we call it, Western people. And because of this darkness, a lot of Japanese people do not have to wear sunglasses.
Okay.
But what I noticed from my 30-year experience of, with friends in Europe and U.S., is that they are really, the sunlight.
They're very sensitive.
Yeah, they have very sensitive, eyes about, sunlight gets dark, gets light all of a sudden, that kind of thing. But we Japanese, I think it's because of the color of our eyes is that we don't have that problem. So when you watch a game and there's a lot of things going on in the color thing, like smashing, you get glares and that kind of thing, right? I think that is really. Wait, am I talking the other way around?
I don't know. Well, what about the Koreans, though? Koreans are really into FPS, aren't they? Like Counter-Strike?
Well, that's true.
But that might throw away the other theory, the driving theory. I don't know. All I know is I want to know. By the time I die, I want to know why the Japanese cannot play FPSs.
Well, I think the one honest reason is that we're just not really used to it on a cultural level. Yeah. But anyways, okay. I'll check out Gears of War. I've contacted my European colleagues actually to send me a copy of the 360 version, the European version.
Okay.
And I'm going to try it out.
When you get it, let's play.
Yeah, but also the other point is that I'm really scared of this chainsaw and killing and that kind of thing.
It's a very violent game.
Yeah, so I'm really like.
It's really awesome.
I can't. I'm really not into cracking bones and
Maybe Viva Pinata's more down your.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Pro Evolution Soccer is much better in the 360 version.
Have you heard about that game? Do you know anything about it's a football game, right?
Yes. It's not Americanish football. It's a British or European football, actually. But, it's one of the best games ever created by mankind. If you like soccer, football. But, I'm into sports games.
You are, yeah.
And the other reason is, about my wife. She's not really into violent games. Mm-hmm. Well, most girls are not.
True.
But, so I have to sneak and play after midnight or something like that. So, but I played at E3, during E3 this year. And I really loved. Did you try that CNN camera angle?
Yeah, when you hold the A button, you run.
Yes.
That is incredible.
That is really the CNN cam, we call it, actually. Hideo likes it as well.
Oh, yeah, that was a big hit.
It's really awesome. So I'm really going to try this out.
Man, I got to stop. I'm going to talk about Gears of War all night if I'm not careful.
All right. So, you're looking forward to maybe vacation time then?
I'm ready to go home.
Okay.
I'm going to make a stop at Taiwan real quick, and then I'm going to go home and...
pick up a girlfriend?
No, just visiting some friends.
That's
still
sweet.
Still single.
That's sweet.
But, that's another story.
And then you're going to go back to your Portland.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna work on the European version of MPO by remote. I'm bringing a PSP development kit to the United States.
Right.
And then the team's going to be sending me DVDRs.
Okay.
The most recent version.
Right.
Checking that.
Okay.
And make sure that it's top quality before we send it off to submission to Sony Europe.
All right. Can we still stay in touch?
Of course, yeah. Just email me.
Okay.
Call me anytime. And so it's very exciting. I'm excited to be in the States for Christmas, and it's going to be weird to see MPO on the shelves. I still cannot imagine that people are going to be opening up tomorrow, going to be just taking off that cellophane and playing the game. It feels weird. This is the first time I've really experienced that. Because when I joined the studio, they're wrapping up work on Subsistence and Acid 2.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I've ever been with a project from the very beginning. So it kind of feels like not like your child or anything, but something that you've grown up with as a person. This is something you've invested so much time into, and it feels weird to let they're allowed to play it tomorrow. So when are you going to Europe next? Are you going to drag me along?
Why don't we go to the my favorite locations, which is London, because London is quite similar to Tokyo. It's exciting. You hear a lot of people. It's very international, cosmopolitan area. Just think of it as New York or something like that. Best Chinese in the world.
No kidding.
Really, there's
all right,
a lot of.
It's set. We're going.
Yes.
But thanks for joining me, Aki. It was fun.
Yes.
It's always fun to have you on the show.
Thanks. I hope I could get as famous as Ken.
That's going to be pretty tough. He's got a big fan base. But
all the listeners, just keep on writing to Ryan saying that you want Aki back on the show, and I'll be back anytime because I'm just working 2 levels above Ryan.
That's right. Well, thanks for exiting out of that one meeting to join me here today.
Yes.
Appreciate
I can't say which meeting, but yes.
It sounded pretty big, too. I kind of feel bad.
It was this very official, tie thing, suit and tie thing.
Wow.
So I didn't want to really be in there.
But this is the priority here, NPO.
Yes.
NPO, baby. Coming out tomorrow in States. Well, probably by the time you listen to the show, it'll already be out. Coming out on the 21st, December 21st in Japan. Mm-hmm. It's coming out in spring in Europe.
Yes.
So thanks for joining us on this special edition of the Kojima Productions Report. I'm your host, Ryan Payton. Aki Saito here, joining me. And hope to be back sometime soon. I really do. Really hope to do another show very, very soon. So thanks for listening. Catch you next time.